opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent...
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now to the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll try and run it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride. It got his man complete. They give him a gain of 38.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to look deep for Perriman. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, when you think of these two teams, two franchises, Baltimore and Oakland, Charles, what comes to mind?
Well, the ghost to the post in the late 1970s, but remember, that was the Baltimore Colts who are now in Indianapolis. These are the Ravens who came from Cleveland and formerly were the Browns.
They also have some history, though. The Ravens, between these two teams, won an AFC championship game in 2001. Also beat the Derek Carless Raiders 30-17 in Oakland a year ago.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Carr. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 48, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. They really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep. And Perriman's got it for a Raven touchdown. Rashawn Perriman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Raiders. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns.
He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not...
This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there. Carter Nelson, 43 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for that first and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be fourth down.
Here we go. Get set. 93. Low.
Being chased out left. That his pass is intercepted for the fourth day. Picked off by the linebacker. C.J. Mosley. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Jackson now on second and 10. That's caught out left by Perriman. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 59 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give it to him up the middle. Oh, nice spin. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tavon Austin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Now the backup Kaiser to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Play fake. Kaiser. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Leopard! Leopard!
They run a draw here on second down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And that play was vintage Derek Johnson. Made a play in the backfield. In college, he did as an outside linebacker. Used speed to get to the backfield. Now, a bulked-up inside linebacker with multiple Pro Bowls on his resume.
The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Flex round! Flex round!
On 2nd down, Kaiser again. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
First down, Kaiser. Flushed out right. Oh, he stays up. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Kaiser now on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. C.J. Mosley leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Kaiser to throw it. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And some room to run now. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Play action. Now Jackson. The pressure gets to him again. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant, and that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On third down, Kaiser. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Ohio! Ohio!
Kaiser on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now a second down throw for Kaiser. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's third down. The Raiders on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Final play of the half, Kaiser. He sets to fire deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Let's round! Let's round!
Kaiser now after the fumble recovery. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Davis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Second down, Kaiser. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jordy Nelson, his first touchdown on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for two.
Flex round! Flex round!
They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a two-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more two-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Detroit! Detroit!
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. He's going to look deep for Perriman. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 69 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tavon Austin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he puts it through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Shifts by him. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Terrell Suggs in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He completes it to Bryant. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That one goes for 24 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Past the 20. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
From the gun, Kaiser, and he fires one incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
He'll get it up the middle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. Kaiser, 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. Breaks a tackle. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. To throw, Kaiser. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board. And
the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Kaiser now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Detroit! Detroit!
After the interception, here's Jackson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Mario Edwards in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw is Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out to the 25-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Jackson on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. On 2nd down, Jackson forced out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball. That one was intended for John Brown. And it'll bring up 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Jackson now throwing on 3rd and long. And an alley to run. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a 1st down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the 1st down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Terrell Suggs in there for a milestone sack as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. Play fake. Kaiser throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Kaiser. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And they'll go on the ground. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Leopard!
And they'll run it here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Jackson now. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And Tucker's kick right there, it's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Kaiser now on 2nd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Kaiser. He's going to fire one deep over. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 56 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 24. A first down throw for Kaiser. That is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jordy Nelson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15... the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Oh, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Ravens on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun on third down, Jackson dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now here come the Raiders. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Kaiser on first down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. They still can't get it. And I think the ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 4th down, Kaiser, desperation time. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Willie Henry in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon.
No. Check. Patriot.
On the run, Darkwan. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Ravens, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds,